Hello Internet. I thought I'd do a little video to address the question, what is psychotherapy? Just for anybody thinking about it, maybe not quite sure what it involves or what it is. I don't see there being a huge difference or distinction between psychotherapy and counselling. I see it as just a word that kind of maybe one sounds a little bit more formal, a little bit more medicalized than the other one, but I don't honestly, personally draw that much of a distinction. Other people might disagree. Other views are available. I think they're roughly similar, counselling and psychotherapy, what they do. So, what do they do? Um, Psychotherapy lets you think in a different way by the act of talking aloud. And that might sound a fairly simple, basic thing, but it can genuinely be a revelation for people. I see it happen very regularly with clients because we live a lot of life stuck in our own heads, basically. We have our own internal monologue, we have our inner critics, we have thought patterns that go round and round and maybe don't come to an actual resolution, all of that middle of the night angst and worry and fear and catastrophizing. In a psychotherapy session, that can all come out. You're allowed to say whatever you like. And the act of simply speaking, verbalizing it to somebody who is listening, like me, can be really useful because you're saying this stuff, and some of it might be a little bit shocking or kind of scary to actually say out loud. And you're not only saying it out loud, but you're saying it to somebody who is actively listening to you. And that can make a big difference too, because they might respond in a way that surprises you. Or doesn't surprise you, and that can be part of the process of psychotherapy. It can also help you to solve problems by thinking in a different way than you would if the thoughts were just cycling around in your own head silently when you're ruminating on something and it's just kind of going round and round. When you're talking, you're perhaps encouraged to talk a little bit more and go on, carry on, go a little bit deeper into that. And that can help you to maneuver and navigate through a problem in your head, to kind of come up with options that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to fully think about. That two-way interaction process can be really useful for you to get to a point of resolution, of kind of maybe coming to a point that you haven't come to before. It's a new ground, and that can happen over just one session, but it can also take a number of sessions to get to that point. It will take a while maybe to feel fully comfortable with your therapist and maybe permitted and allowed to bring certain things, but you can get to that place, and that can be really powerful. It can be a place for honouring pain that you hold with you over the divorce of your parents, for example, or kind of any wrongdoing, any secret shame that you might have had, a run-in with authority, with the law, the police, saying things out loud that you kind of feel very scared about saying out loud ordinarily to people in your day-to-day life. It can offer a whole lot of things, psychotherapy, but it is what you bring to it. It's not what your therapist necessarily should bring, what they should say. It's what you want to kind of talk about and raise and explore, perhaps, and then how your therapist responds to that and where you go from there. That's part of the organic process that, you can't predict it or foresee or kind of tell in advance exactly where it's going to go. And that can be scaring and frightening, exciting, fun even, as a part of the process. But that uncertainty, not knowing exactly what's going to come up and where you're going to go, that can be a part of it too. So it covers a whole range of things, psychotherapy, and it's not easy to put into a crystal clean nugget, and it's not a catch-all same thing for everybody. But it is something that can bring incredible value. It can help you to gain certain clarity, to reconcile certain things, a little bit of self-forgiveness, motivation, and just self-awareness, maybe some challenge even, it can help to elicit change, which is another reason that lots of people come, because they want to change something about their lives. Maybe they want to look at something differently, and we can work on things together to maybe help you reach that point where change seems a little bit less scary.